This video is a quick overview of the 10+1 design fundamentals I created that will transform your design approach and help you create stunning, effective, and more meaningful user-centered designs more quickly. The most important of them all is at the end, so stick around to learn the one principle that is the most important, the most overlooked, and it's the key to taking your designs from good to great. Hi, welcome to Redesign Revolution, where we discuss designs and show how small tweaks make a huge impact. I'm Sean. Principle 1 is understand the user. No matter what you are designing, it's for a person, so the more research and thought you put into who the end user will be, the better your design will be. Take the time to research their needs, behaviors, and preferences. In UX design and some other design disciplines, it's customary to create a persona complete with a name and a stock photo. The more you understand the user, the more user-centered your design and the easier you can solve that user's problems. Principle 2 is simplicity and clarity. In design, less is more. Strip away unnecessary elements to focus on the core message or function of your design. A simple, clear design is easy to understand and engage with, thus increasing its usability. Utilizing this principle in your design ensures that your user will grasp your design's purpose quickly and easily without any confusion. Simplicity and clarity remove all, or at least as many as possible, barriers to usability. A product that is easy to use will be reached for time and again, quickly becoming a preferred product. This principle supersedes aesthetics, or anything flashy just to be flashy. Never compromise simplicity and clarity for some flashy element just because you think it's cool. Principle 3 is functionality. Every design must serve its intended purpose effectively. Whether it's a product, a website, or a piece of art, it needs to work well and meet the needs and solve the problems of its users. The best designs seamlessly integrate form and function, creating an experience that's both aesthetically pleasing and highly practical. Here again, as with Principle 2, this principle supersedes aesthetics. Never compromise functionality for some flashy element just because you think it's cool. Principle 4 is aesthetic appeal. While functionality is crucial, a design should also look good. A beautiful design captures attention and conveys a sense of quality. Use color, typography, and imagery thoughtfully to create visually pleasing compositions. Always be thinking about materials used. How will they wear over time? Are they durable and attractive? Do they feel good to the touch? But remember, balance is key. Never let aesthetics overshadow functionality. This should never be thought of as a negative constraint. It is a constraint, but it's a great one to have because it forces you, as the designer, to develop ways to make the aesthetics functional. You solve the problem of incorporating clarity as an attractive element in the design. Principle 5 is consistency. Consistent use of elements like fonts, colors, and layouts creates a cohesive and professional look. Inconsistency is the quickest way for a design to look unpleasing and be confusing, thus causing the product to not be used or get its intended message across. This also goes for the layout of buildings such as airports. There's an expected flow from arrival to check-in, luggage check, security, gate layout, restroom location, restaurants and shop locations, etc. When this is off, or not as expected, it causes stress and confusion. Consistency helps users navigate your design effortlessly, providing familiar cues that guide them through the experience. We're halfway here in our list, and I just want to thank you for being here. As a thank you, I do have a PDF of this list, 10+1 Design Fundamentals, that can be downloaded from the link provided in the show notes. Included with the list and short explanation of each is also a one-sheet that lists all 10+1 that can easily be printed out and placed in your studio, office, on your workbench, or wherever you need a quick cheat sheet of these principles. Also, if I'm providing you any value at all, I would love it if you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and share this video with others you think may benefit from it. It really helps other amazing designers like yourself find these videos. Thank you so much. Okay, on with the list and our march to that one most important and most overlooked design fundamental. Principle 6 is attention to detail. This is where good design becomes great. Every element, no matter how small, matters. From alignment to spacing, typography, build quality, unexpected details that show the designer truly knows the user and what they need. Details like a clear way to wrap a cord on an appliance, and the entire cord fits in the wrap area, or storage area for all accessories needed for a product. Also, text size and how much and what information is on the screen based on how and where an app is generally used. By paying close attention to the finer details, your design's quality and polish is elevated, and the joy and ease of using it also increases for the end user. Principle 7 is innovative thinking. Innovation keeps design fresh and exciting. Don't be afraid to challenge conventional thinking and explore new ideas. Innovative designs stand out and often provide more effective solutions to problems. As designers, we should always be looking for ways to improve upon a design, but we also need to be careful to not make too large of a jump forward that causes a disconnect from the consistency and simplicity of what's expected. There are times this has been necessary though, and in cases like that, the campaign focuses on teaching people how to use the innovation. One example is zip codes. When they were introduced in the US, there was an entire campaign complete with mascot and a jingle about how to use them. Innovate and keep in mind the steps needed to bring the users with you on your innovation journey. Principle 8 is sustainability. This is an increasingly important principle in design. Consider the environmental impact of your design choices. Use eco-friendly materials, minimize waste, and design for longevity. One of my biggest gripes in design is planned obsolescence. This mostly happens in electronics, where components are designed to fail after a certain amount of time, and they can't be replaced. This is becoming less common, but still prevalent. Always be thinking about the entire life cycle of what you design, not just when it's being used. What happens to it as it begins to age? Can parts be replaced? Can consumables be recycled? This not only helps the planet, it also appeals to a growing audience of eco-conscious consumers. Principle 9 is feedback and adaptability. Design is an ongoing process. That's kind of what this entire channel is based on. Always seek feedback and be willing to adapt based on user experiences and evolving needs. This flexibility ensures that your design remains relevant and effective over time. To be an effective and lasting designer, you need to learn how to take feedback and not let it be personal. You need to learn to listen more than you defend, and then sit with that feedback and evaluate how it addresses your overall concept. Some feedback is best to be ignored, but if you choose to ignore it, you need a very strong why you ignored it. I just felt like it, or I just don't like that. It's not a valid reason. That's very amateurish. If you wish to be taken seriously as a designer, you will need to strengthen your why. Research or refine your thinking around the design to more clearly define why the feedback just won't ever come up again. It's a tough skill to achieve. This one's difficult because we designers, we tend to take feedback personally, but it's a vital skill to learn and will only strengthen your design, you as a designer, a person, and your entire design team. Principle 10 is emotional connection. A great design evokes emotions and creates a lasting bond with its audience, whether it's joy, trust, or excitement. Aim to make your users feel something. This emotional connection can greatly enhance user engagement and loyalty. The connection comes from a product that's been designed to solve the user's problems simply, easily, and quickly. Think about a product you like so much you tell others about it. Hold that product up against this list, and you'll probably see it nails most, if not all, of the principles. Now think of one you don't really enjoy and probably stopped using, maybe even immediately. Do the same thing. Hold it up against this list, and you'll probably notice it doesn't hit many of those. One may begin to think the designers had no idea about any of these principles or who they were even designing it for. This principle is an interesting one because you can't specifically design for it. For the most part, you can't set out saying, I'm going to design a product that causes an emotional connection. This principle happens because you've been paying attention to the previous principles in your design, and of course the next, the most vital and the most overlooked of all principles. Principle 10+1 is empathy. I call this 10+1 because it isn't just another principle on the list. It's the umbrella under which all the others gather. It's the framework that the other 10 hang from. Empathy in design is seeing the world through others' eyes. See what they see, feel what they feel, experience what they experience, using the product how they use it. Not always the exact way the designer planned on it being used. This is at the heart of all the exceptional designs. It goes beyond knowing the user, principle 1. It's not the details about who the person is, what they are like, where they work, etc. It's deeper than that. It's the ability for you to put yourself into another person's shoes using your design step by step. What are their needs and the context they are in? What goal or goals are they trying to achieve, and how quickly? How does your design help them achieve those needs and goals easily and effectively? Incorporate this design principle into the way you design takes practice and conscious effort. But it will transform your designs like nothing else. It requires you to fully understand your design as well in a very systematic, step-by-step way. Unfortunately, this is the most neglected and most misunderstood of the principles, but no worries. It's one of my favorite subjects to talk about and is a self-proclaimed superpower of mine. We'll talk a lot about it on this channel as we redesign products from many disciplines where just a small tweak will make huge impacts. Hopefully this video helps you understand the fundamentals that are crucial for designing solutions that truly resonate and succeed in the market. If I brought you any value today, or if you learned a little something, subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with other like-minded designers. It helps other amazing people like you find this channel. Be sure to follow the link in the video description below to receive a PDF of the entire 10+1 Design Fundamentals list if you haven't already, complete with short descriptions of each principle and a handy one-page that you can print out to hang up in your office cubicle, tape it to your workbench, or wherever you need it. You can also find the link for the templates I use in the breakout videos of each fundamental, or get them all in my 10+1 Design Fundamentals workbook. Let's create products that truly resonate. Thanks for joining me. I'm Sean for Redesign Revolution, and I will see you again soon.